What's up, guys, and welcome back to another Budweiser Golf video. And today I thought I'd do a little Q&A in case you guys had any questions about me or long drive or just anything in general. So without further ado, let's get it done. So first, let's start with a couple questions just about me so you guys get to know me a little better. So how many countries have I been to? That's easy. 1. The United States. Never been out of the country. Question 2. Favorite TV show. What is my favorite TV show? Think about this one for a second. I don't watch a whole lot of TV shows, but one of my favorite TV shows recently has been Reacher on Amazon Prime, and I'm incredibly excited for season 2. Let's see, next question. Have you ever met a celebrity? Well, it depends what you consider a celebrity, but I've met Bryson DeChambeau, which was amazing. I've met Kyle Berkshire twice, Eddie Fernandez twice, Martin Borgmeyer twice, and a bunch of other long drivers, and that was very exciting. Meeting Bryson was pretty cool, though. How many shoes do I have? Well, here's the thing. I am not a shoe guy. One reason being I wear a size 14 triple wide shoe. So the fact of finding shoes is a nightmare in itself. So I only have a couple pairs of golf shoes, 2 pairs of sneakers, and like sandals. So I don't really have that many pairs of shoes. Who is your favorite actor? Another good question. Tom Cruise is way up on that list. The fact that he does his own stunts to me is just amazing, and the stunts that he does are just incredible. Worst movie I've ever seen. Let's see here. Worst movie in my opinion. Well, we'll go with a couple. One of them was Thor: Love and Thunder. That movie was just awful. Totally ruined the character. Well, totally ruined multiple characters. And what's the last movie I've cried to, you ask? Let's see. I'm not. Give me a second. I cried during Avengers Endgame. I know. Some of you may know the part. If you don't, spoiler warning. When Iron Man dies. That made me so sad. And the funeral scene afterward just tore me up. What is your biggest fear? Let's see. I am absolutely 100% terrified of heights. Terrified. I've flown on a plane a couple times, and planes don't get me too bad, but if I'm like standing high up on something and I look down, I can't do it. What is your idea of a perfect day? We'll wake up around 8 o'clock, have a nice breakfast, go to the driving range for about an hour, go out and play around at golf, play 18 holes, then spend the rest of the day practicing long drive. Till about, let's say till about 6:30, then order for dinner a big bucket of chicken wings, side of chocolate milk, get an evening workout in, call it a day. Perfect day. Who can you tell everything to? My cat. She never tells anyone. How tall am I? I am 6'1". How many relationships have I been in? 0. Where would someone find you on a hot summer day? The golf course or driving range, just hitting bombs. Favorite pizza topping? I don't know if it counts as a topping, but I like a buffalo chicken pizza, so just put some chicken on there, some hot sauce, or buffalo sauce. It's perfect. You could only watch one movie for the rest of your life, what would it be? It would be Forrest Gump. I love that movie. The innocence of the character. I could just watch it over and over. Are you introverted or extroverted? I am 100% introverted. Actually, I've done tests. I think I'm 80% introverted. but I'm the kind of guy at a party that'll just kind of be in the corner by himself. Yeah, just when it comes to human interaction, I am terrible at it, so I just kind of avoid it. Apple or Samsung? Apple? Coffee or tea? Chocolate milk, actually. I don't like coffee, nor do I like tea. Beer or wine? Chocolate milk. I don't drink. Cats or dogs? Obviously cats. Favorite song? Currently, my favorite song is She Had Me at Heads Carolina by Cole Swindell, or however he pronounces his name. I apologize if I'm butchering that. And it's the remix with Jody Messina. Perfect. I love it. Favorite movie? Well, I think I answered that, but let's go with favorite movies. Let's go Top Gun, Top Gun Maverick, Footloose. No, I'm missing. Rocky 3 and 4. I'm not a huge fan of the first two, but I love the Rocky movies, but 3 and 4 are my two favorite. Rocky. Let's see. Forrest Gump, of course. I like the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Yeah. So let's keep those in there for now. Favorite food. If I had to go favorite food, I could probably eat hot wings till the day I die. I love them. Favorite artist? Let's see, favorite overall artist. I'm assuming you mean musical artist, but if you mean painter, Bob Ross. If you mean like singer, Morgan Wallen and Luke Combs for country. And just about anyone from the 80s for pop music. What's one thing you couldn't live without? My golf clubs. Favorite color? My favorite color is orange. Have I ever broken a bone? The answer is no. Never had any broken bones. Do I like to celebrate my birthday? I'm not a big believer in celebrating my birthday because I think for celebration you have to have accomplished something, but I just don't feel you've accomplished something just having a birthday. I don't care if people do. I'm fine if they celebrate their birthday, but I just don't care to celebrate mine. Best thing to do on a hot summer day, head to the golf course or driving range and hit bombs. Perfect. Ice cream or cookies? I'll go ice cream. What video game do you play the most? Right now I'm a little hooked on Fortnite. Guilty pleasure. Would I ever skydive? No. Can't stand heights. Do I enjoy playing sports? Yes, in fact I do. Long drive. And golf in general. Favorite subject in school? I was a history guy. Let's move on to some more golf-related questions. Let's see. What is the best round of golf I've ever played? It was during my high school pre-districts for my senior year. So the way the Pennsylvania, the PIAA does it, I don't know if other states do it the same way, but you have to play so well in a certain amount of matches to get into pre-districts. You do well enough in pre-districts, you go into districts. You do well enough in districts, you go on to states. So for pre-districts, it was a shotgun start, so I started on like hole 16 or so. Played 16, 17, and 18 horribly. Played some of the worst golf of my life, like double bogey, or something like that. And then then we went to hole 1, and I played the best 9 holes of my life of 37. Shot the best opening 9 score out of anyone. And then played terrible on the back 9 to shoot 37, 50. It was up and down, but I moved on to districts. And we don't talk about that because I played awful. Have I ever made a hole-in-one? Well, yes, in fact, I have. Hole 6 at Lehman Golf Club. It was during a high school practice. I was playing with my brother and 2 other seniors. I wasn't playing a great round up to that point, and I think 2 of them had hit. Then it was my turn to hit, and the coach walked up, and I hit my shot, and it looked good the whole way. It was like 117 or 119 yards. I hit sand wedge, and it looked good. Hit the green. We're watching it. Falls in the hole. I went nuts, giving high fives, hugs, screaming, yelling. It was amazing. Still have the golf ball. How did I get into long drive? There's multiple ways to do it, but the way I did it is I went to the PLDA, Professional Long Drive Association website, and they'll have a list of local qualifiers published. And you can go compete in a local qualifier. I think it's $50 to hit 6 balls. And if you do well enough there, you can go on to a regional qualifier. And if you do so well in a regional, you move on to Worlds. So I went to the local. I was having a tough time, but I ended up hitting 368 in the qualifier. That put me 4th among everyone and enough to get a qualifier point. And then didn't do super well at the regional, which happened to be which was during the actual long drive event out in Connecticut. But regardless, I still moved on to Worlds, had a great time out there. But yeah, the way I started was at the PLDA local qualifier. What is your fastest recorded ball speed? My fastest recorded ball speed is 210 miles an hour. I've hit it twice. The first time was the day before the local qualifier in Connecticut, and the next time was the day before the actual event in Connecticut. Yeah, 210 miles an hour. Haven't really been super close to it since, but my goal over the winter is to get up as close as I can to 220 miles an hour, and certainly 220 before the next season fires up. What are the long drivers like outside of competing? They are the nicest guys in the world. I met Eddie the first time, super friendly. Kyle, super friendly. Martin Borgmeyer, super friendly. Met a lot of guys. Jeremy Nowak, swingman, incredibly nice guy. And then we met him again when we went out to Worlds. Such nice people. Kyle and me actually had the same hotel, so we'd see each other once in a while. And the one time I was FaceTiming with my brother, who wasn't there, but he was at a high school golf practice. And I was just walking by, and Kyle sitting in the lobby of the hotel. So I go up to Kyle and say, "Hey Kyle, could you say hi to my brother? He's at his high school practice." And he's like, "Yeah, sure." Kyle talked to my brother, he talked to the entire golf team, just incredibly nice guy. Martin, even after he won, gave an incredible speech, he signed autographs afterwards, incredible guy. Eddie, super friendly guy, very funny. Jeremy, they have a banquet for the long drivers, and at that banquet, I didn't really talk to many people, but I talked to Jeremy for half an hour. Incredibly nice guy. What is the strongest point of your golf game? Definitely my driving. I put a lot of time into that. Weakest point would probably be my putting or my short game in general, but that's something I aim to resurrect. But my best is my driving. Do you feel any nerves hitting on the grid? I felt a little bit in the Connecticut event, but when I went out to Worlds, I did not feel any nerves at all. I felt incredibly comfortable, and I felt as if I was meant to do that, so no nerves whatsoever. What is something you would recommend to someone just getting into the sport of long drive? Enjoy it. It is an incredible thing to do. Even if you're just getting started, go out. You can go to a local qualifier, $50. You don't have to have long drive equipment. You can go out with whatever you have and have a good time. But don't feel nervous. I know it's natural to feel nervous, but just enjoy the experience. Who are your 3 favorite professional golfers and why? My favorite professional golfer is Dustin Johnson. Something about the way he carries himself, the swagger he has, just he keeps himself calm under pressure. It's just something I try to strive for in my golf game. Next, I'll say, let's go Ricky Fowler. Super nice guy, funny guy, wears bright colors, just a fun guy to watch. And then we'll go Bryson, because he's a bomber and he's incredibly fun to watch as well. What is one piece of golf equipment you think every professional golfer should have? I'll go with golf clubs. I think that those are essential to the job. Do you have any favorite brands or golf equipment or gear? Let's see. I use Callaway for all my long drive stuff. I've never really tested any of the Cobras, Cranks, Brutes, and so on and so forth, because I get this stuff built by Bobby Peterson from the One Stop Power Shop, and he sells the Callaway stuff. I have no problem with Callaway. I love them. Shaft-wise, I use Patterson Kinetics, also what Bobby sells. I've been looking at some of the TPT stuff, but there's nothing really wrong with what I've got. So I really like this stuff. I wouldn't mind testing some of the other stuff, but right now the Callaway stuff is plenty good. Three qualities you think most important for a professional golfer to have. Patience. Needs to be able to stay patient. Stay focused. You can't lose your focus when you're a professional golfer, otherwise you'll just crumble. You just got to be able to keep calm. I guess that's a good way to put it. Because if you feel nerves, you'll start to try to second guess yourself and it just goes bad. So if you keep calm, you're good. How did I get into the sport of long drive? Well, we discussed how I started competing, but speed-wise, over the winter, I went for a lot of speed. Like every day, I would just go up to our little small simulator room and just swing out of my shoes. The main reason for that is during my senior year, there was a kid who was about 3 years younger than me, Kyle Repetsky. He was like at 117 mile an hour clubhead speed, as I don't even know what he was, a sophomore. And he would just fly the ball by me, and it was incredibly frustrating. So I just wanted to gain speed, and I think I went from like 160 ball speed to topping out at 197 over the course of a few months. So that's how I got my start to speed. So I think we'll end it there, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it helped you learn a little bit about me and answer any questions you might have. If you did enjoy the video, please consider subscribing and hitting the like button, and I'll see you guys next time.